Greetings, Warlocks, Hunters, Titans, and all the ships at sea. It's time once again for a happy hour from the tower, and I am your host, T. Morris.
Watch out, he's got a sword.
Yep. And now he's having a nap. And now he's having a nap. And good night, rest.
It's really dragging on.
It's kind of dragging on, but you know, I enjoy the moment in the Crucible. And sitting over to my left,
I'm Nick Kelly.
Follow them to glory.
every day.
Damn.
Every day.
Right.
Every day. And sitting across from me.
I'm Brandon Kelly.
Oh, I saw that thermal. You took those bullets like a man. Nicely done.
Ow.
I finally found your drop in, Brandon. I finally found your drop in. Took me a while, but I finally got to it. So,
I completely forgot about that one.
I have to give you the D&D ones because the one of you just going, I am rolling like S tonight. I'm like, oh, man, really? It's actually I have it labeled Angry T.
So, hey, Dak, how are you? Good to see you in chat. So anyway,
My man Dak. I talked to him last night.
So as you can tell, we are a fire team of 3 this go round. Obi was not able to join us for one because of the technical difficulties we had in the previous show, and 2 he was grilling. So
He has to go voice Gull's Shadow.
There we go. So that's our plan. And
Did somebody just fall and can't get up?
no, at least I hope not. If
Did you not hear that?
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it. It was either Pip took a header or Pip took a header and Serena just totally ignored it. One or the other. So, hey guys.
Do you know what it was?
What was it?
It was the end of Think Geek.
Oh my
me throw
God.
that out.
Guardian down.
Wow, you went there, man.
Yeah.
You went there.
It's
The end of an era.
It's the end of June.
Yeah.
Yep. Think Geek is gone. It's been absolved into GameStop. And if you have your Christmas lights up,
No, you're-
stop listening to this podcast right now
Oh
and
my
go take them
God.
down.
So
Or leave them up and call them 4th of July lights.
Oh,
I don't care.
man. So, freedom lights. Freedom lights.
Freedom
We're
lights.
gonna call them freedom lights.
Patriotism.
Patriot
I do
lights.
like freedom lights. I like that. We could rebrand them and sell them.
There we go. So,
Freedom lights.
just so you all know, chat, we are doing a re-record of our previous show, mainly because 1, life got in the way. 2, we had some technical difficulties, as earlier mentioned. And 3, a lot has been happening over the past month now, instead of it just being 2 weeks, the past month with Destiny. So we have a lot to talk about. But the first things first, I wanted to do the catch up. So let's do a quick catch up on what we have been accomplishing in Destiny. Brandon, go.
Well, I don't think the show got published where I said I finally got dredging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I farmed forges enough to get Le Monarch
Fantastic.
in your face, and
You're gonna find out why he's bitter about that in a second. Go
I'm
ahead.
bitter about it. I'm just happy.
You're just gloating. But anyway.
Yeah, and then 2 of us did our first and second Shattered Throne
Thanks
runs.
to
No toes.
No toes.
Yeah,
No
no
toes.
toes.
No toes from the current meta. Thank you
What
very much,
a
No toes.
legend.
Oh, isn't he amazing to run with?
Yeah.
He is a
Unstoppable,
blast.
that guy.
He is a blast to run with. I
then we
love
go
running
here,
with
and then
No
we do
Toes.
this, and then we was it Cheap Tattoo
Like
Dragon.
Yeah,
Cheap Tattoo Dragon is what we renamed the one
one call out. Yeah,
We're yeah.
Cheap Tattoo
That's what it
Dragon.
looks like. It looks like a
it's
cheap
that
tattoo.
or Trogdor.
Trogdor, yeah. Trogdor.
No,
works also.
we got to go with Trogdor. Come on, we got to go with Trogdor.
All right. I'll find something else to.
Because he's a dragon
mock.
man. He's a dragon man.
He is.
He's a dragon. No, he's a dragon man. But that's a pull. That's a
Burninating
pull.
the village.
Burninator.
I don't want to blow my voice out right.
So let's before we get into the whole subject of that. Oh, what? I'm sorry, Nick. Go ahead. Let's because I do want to talk about your experience with Shadow Throne. But Nick, go ahead. What have you been? How are you doing in the quest for Chronicler?
somewhere around 715 power level. I wrote down
I'm
all
at
the stuff I needed
747.
for Chronicler and enact the GFY protocol, young man.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or as James and I always say to each other, Yankee Mike. It's the military talk for your mom.
Yeah. There we go.
My brother and I. Yeah, so
Already we're off the rails. Here we go.
Wayfarer
Yeah.
and Chronicler. So Chronicler, I completed my last visit to the Queen. Actually,
Fantastic.
that's a bold-faced lie. She wasn't there. She stood me up again.
Well,
Which is
She was busy with Shax.
see
but you completed it.
see
You
this how she's
completed
half
it.
dragon.
Nicely
It's
done.
okay. Yeah, so I've got 4 triumphs, not bounties. 4 triumphs for the Drifter, 2 more random Varix drops when Flashpoint is on Tangled Shore.
Yep.
And then all but 3 for Mara Senna. So I've got 22 total in that, but
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. You
Listen,
got
I didn't think I was gonna. Once we get to the construction beams last night, I didn't think I was gonna finish that.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Save
And
that.
you
save
did it
that thought.
twice.
Yeah. Save that thought.
Better the second time.
It was.
know.
Yes.
I know.
Alcohol.
Because I was gonna
So
say.
for myself, so last week
T, where are you in the game?
I'm about to. Last week.
T, where are you in the game?
I'm getting there.
And what have you been doing?
I got dredging. I got dredging myself, and he refuses to call
and
me
I will
dredging.
no longer be part of this podcast.
And in the same week that I got dredging, I also picked up Hush. I really like that bow.
I started it. You know what bow I'm using?
Which bow are you using?
Lamonarch.
Here's what we can do. We can petition because warlocks are space magic, and it's only one letter off. So we should
Right.
actually, when it's a warlock, they should be Dresdens.
I could see
As
that.
opposed to
I could see that
Descent?
as a dredgen.
Huh?
As opposed to decent?
As opposed to decent. I was reading this
Oh my
walkthrough
God.
on the Tangled Shore. No,
Yeah.
no, on the Shattered Throne. On
the Shattered Throne.
Walk through
Yeah.
the Tangled Shore. And it goes step 2, the descent, but they left the S out. So it's
Whoops.
the decent.
The decent.
Like we
yeah.
survived the decent.
You got.
We did.
Yeah. Well, you
Right.
got to be decent to at least
Still,
get through the
thralls with
yeah.
manners.
How did
But-
you get through it?
How did I get through it? What, the Shattered Throne?
Just talking smack.
No, I know he is. But the thing was, after I picked up Hush, and it was like an intense 48 hours. I got dredging on one day, then I completed the Hush the next day, and then I was like, so what do I do next? And then you brought up you got to be close to Chronicler, and I was like, well, let me take a look. So I went on ahead and I pulled it
Why
up.
would you bring that up?
It's, it'd be awesome if he got them all.
Oh God. Oh yeah, like I know one person who got them all. It's Lulu.
Yeah.
And Lulu is up here, and I'm
many-
somewhere down here.
How many
okay?
titles are there?
There are at least.
I think there's nine, right? Yeah, so that's the nine virginity stones.
Yeah. Easy there.
Here we go.
Don't be talking smack about our Lulu.
How many hours?
We love our Lulu.
How many days you put into plan?
That is commitment.
Well, Lulu's cool.
Yeah, Lulu's very cool. She's got all of them. But I'm saying, look,
he didn't
to
catch that
quote
one
Dirty
either.
Harry, I caught it. I'm just ignoring it. To quote Dirty Harry, a man's got to know his limitations.
Right.
And I realized that Chronicler is the last badge that I could, the last title that I could possibly earn.
Come on, man. You get blacksmith in
no,
you.
I'd like to do it. No. I've already decided the black armory I do if there's nothing else to do. And the good
shame.
news is
It's true, though.
I find the black armory tedious.
It's the House of Wolves of D2.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if we've
so
ever brought up my
freaking
point here on
much.
You're welcome.
podcast.
Shut up.
That no, you never have. But
Yeah.
please go ahead, expand on that.
It's
I
the
love
one that no one remembers specifically what happened, but it still very slightly adds to the game.
Yeah.
It's something to do, but no one remembers exactly what it is.
Cyrus. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Shoot.
Sorry, it's the House of Wolves of D2 Year 2.
Get him.
Yeah.
Get him drafting.
I just
Get
yeah.
He's going on.
No, I'm not going from unbroken drafty.
Come
you
on.
shut your whore mouth.
And there's the E-tag.
Yeah, how you doing, Drafty? Thanks for that. Thanks for triggering me. But the upside is I do have a shot at getting Chronicler. Downside is that because I was so focused on getting Cursebreaker, I was not visiting Marasav on a regular basis every 3 weeks. So I will be visiting Marasav for I will have one final piece of lore to pick up from Marasav after the deadline. So I will be literally one lore piece away from it.
Which title do you wear if you have multiple titles, and do
I
you
would
change them?
I would wear Cursebreaker.
You should.
I would
can
wear
equip them
Cursebreaker.
individually for each character. so-
Yeah, and I mean,
No, I'm
which
just-
is why I finished dredging on my hunter. So you would have to be proud with that because I did earn dredging on my hunter.
I'm beautiful. I'm a hunter. I'm beautiful.
And so I did that.
That's the Warlock mentality. What the hell?
And then for Titan, Titan's carrying Wayfarer.
Pew 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 pew.
And then I got Cursebreaker for the Warlock. But the thing is that Chronicler, I feel like I should earn at least earn the title because I'm a writer. If a writer should get one title, it should be Chronicler, right? Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look.
You got it, man. I know you got it.
I'll get there.
But I want to talk a little bit about the Shattered Throne because I have been, as you all know, I have been grinding that Shattered Throne to get the ship, which I finally got.
I get that.
You got it. Yeah, you got it first. You jerk. You jerk. Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm so happy you got the ship on your first go.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Where's the Tylenol?
So really, congratulations, Nick.
And as soon as I got it, I go,
Congratulations.
"Hey, Brent, I got the ship." And he goes, "Cool, tell T."
So I
Yeah.
want to get your impression. What did you guys think of the Shattered Throne?
I loved it. It was hectic.
Oh, so the other thing that we got to talk about with the Shattered Throne is my L2, whatever the hell it's called,
Oh yeah.
Banner Shield.
Banner shield.
Yeah.
I've never used it before.
What? Really? You've never
I'm
used-
always Sunbreaker.
Well, yeah. That's.
I mean, because I played 95% of the time by myself.
So why were you going in as Void?
Because these two guys
'Cause
stood
Notos
behind me
was
and
like,
just
"Yeah,
nuked
do that."
the
Oh,
Have
for
the-
the final
Yeah.
for the
No.
final. No.
For the it wasn't Dolan Kar is the final. It was whatever the ogre is.
Yeah, the ogre.
Yeah.
So
with the 4 wizards in the corners.
Right.
Yeah.
So you basically did the whole thing. First off, guys, I wanted to apologize that I wasn't there to Sherpa you through. I was exhausted after going to see.
It's cool. Notos knew what to do.
Exactly. Notos is far more qualified than I am.
Notos is awesome.
He's great. We love our Notos. But yeah. But so you were running Void for the ogre. That must have been astounding.
So here's what happened.
It was great.
Let's talk
Here's
about
what
this.
No,
happened.
what's even funnier is you were on suppression grenades and didn't know it.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, my grenades and my jump changed once I changed
Oh,
to
dear
Void,
God.
and I'm like, that's not what I'm supposed to be
You
doing.
never touch it.
I know, but it was like the first time when
Wow.
I logged in to level your mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she had blink.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? I didn't go anywhere. I didn't jump anywhere. It was weird.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but then so you can either and so then we threw it again because we went to the end of it.
Yeah, for wishing.
Yeah,
there's
you
all
got,
the-
you got to do wish. You do
Yeah.
wish ender. You pick
Yeah.
it up, then you got to do it again. Yeah.
And we get to the next thing of the thrall,
Right.
and then Notos goes, "Oh, but you can still attack with the shield." And I went, "Oh, really?" And then it was just
So have you found a new love? Have you
Thrall
found a new
cake.
love in the Sentinel, or is it going to take some time?
it's in play. I mean, it's
It's
now
just
I can,
when he's running with others.
Right. Right.
yeah, what,
Because otherwise the weapons of light is useless to
Well,
him.
yeah, but the thing is that I myself, I would like very much to get back into Blink again because I got the
helmet.
the helmet. It's a
Okay, I'm
beautiful
telling you,
helmet.
I haven't gotten a random drop exotic since the beginning of Season of Opulence, or
Oh.
since before Season of Opulence.
your mom
So-
has stolen all your luck.
She has.
So should I not tell you that I got 2 today? I got
hate
2.
you. I mean, I got Le Monarch, which I guess counts as a random
So
drop.
you know
but
what?
not like
you
any
need
world
to
drop.
shut your pie hole. You need to shut your pie hole.
I'm sorry, I kind of want to complete my Hunter collection again for Kepri's Sting, even though it sucks.
The thing
that
that's
doesn't work.
You were saying. Yeah.
his mom gets 1 a day. Whenever she plays,
Anytime
she
you
gets an
play,
exotic
yeah.
a day.
Wow. Well.
Well, last time was Prospector. I bet you don't
Jeez.
remember what that does.
Oh, I remember what that does, but I know
That's
your
a
mom though.
year
That's the
one
thing. It's I
base
know.
game exotic.
We got to talk about some year 1 stuff.
Yeah, we do. Well, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Well, first off, so have you gentlemen been working in the Season of Opera? Have you guys been running any of the menagerie or anything like that? What are your thoughts?
I
on
got
it?
the Outstringer and then stopped. And I don't
It
even
seems
use
to be
it
the-
because my
seems to be the
roll
favorite
sucked.
weapon. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
substance and I think underdog or something. So
Uh-huh.
it has kills, partially reload the magazine, but it has less reserve.
Okay, that
So it gets like
that-
40 shots.
that's a weird. Yeah, you need to.
It only works
you need
on
to do
auto
it again.
rifles.
You need to do it again.
I can't get the rune for. And then the other one is I think it's kills while at low health, increase reload speed.
All right.
Or
Oh.
no, just when you're at
That's where
low
I
health.
live.
Yeah.
I think I got Ambitious Assassin, and I'm trying to remember the other perk.
And it's
for
already
Beloved.
better than my roll.
Well, yeah. Well, no, this not for Austringer. For this for
Still
Beloved.
better than my roll.
Okay, so I got Ambitious Assassin, and I can't remember it, but it was the
Duke Mark 44.
it's the new perk where
No distractions.
no distractions. That's
That
the
is
one.
the god roll perk on that
It's
thing.
it is a fantastic perk.
It's the PvP god roll perk.
I absolutely love the Beloved. It's a fantastic.
Mine has
fight.
field prep and quick draw.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
Have you been
I love it.
Oh,
I've
you-
kept that thing
really?
since the first run.
Wow. Okay.
If you
I
crouch,
I take it
You
back.
reload
crouch-
and then I crouch.
I know all the time.
You reload and then quickly switch weapons back, and you can already have another shot ready.
Would you like to know when I crouch when I'm sniping?
Not.
Yeah, you do. You want to know? It's when I'm at my level 8 Mechromancer. I just started Borderlands today.
You did?
Yes, I did. I wanted to surprise.
Why are you playing Gage? Why are you playing Gage?
I just wanted to take him down that tangent.
One or
real
two?
quick, Jack.
Which one is that?
It's actually Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
'cause
That's the only one with a
PC Herring
necromancer.
finally, Cybernetic Shadow finally twisted my arm. It was being offered for free right now, and I think the offer's done by the time this drops.
I have it, so it doesn't.
But it was the Handsome Collection. I went on ahead and
Yeah.
I ended today at level 8 with my Necromancer, and I was just like, okay, I get it.
All right,
I
so
get it. I
I'm
get it.
sorry, but that's the worst choice.
Here we
Oh,
go.
stop
No.
it.
So
Stop
here's
it.
here's what we're
Stop
gonna
it.
do. We're gonna need to video it, and maybe try to figure out how to do it on your stream.
Okay.
But once you get used to Borderlands for a little while,
Yeah.
come on over to the house because we have it on VR,
Ooh. Okay.
and
okay.
it's chaos.
It
guys,
is.
guys.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
I know. I know. I took
did.
us down the rabbit hole. So
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Zero's-
push it back.
Zero's
there we go.
better.
So anyway, but that's usually when I crouch. Anyway, but going back to Season of Opulence, what are your overall thoughts on it? I mean, are you enjoying?
I've spent a total of 0 minutes in the combined Reckoning and the Menagerie. I have yet to do either.
Is that like
You're
my
gonna enjoy
42
Menagerie
seconds
more
on
than
raids in D1?
Huh?
Is that like my 42 seconds in raids on D1?
Yeah, and I've still done one Forge. Like, that's what I like the Forges.
I
wanna
think
do
you
some
would
more of
dig
those.
if you like the Forge. I think you would dig the Menagerie because I
Well,
personally
you can't fail the menagerie.
that's one big perk of it.
Yeah.
But the other thing I like about the Menagerie is there's been a lot of thought
Oh,
put
yeah.
into it.
What does chat think
doesn't-
about it?
It doesn't have the what?
What does chat think about it?
Well, I would love to throw that out. We're gonna throw
We
that.
know
in chat
Ron
for-
hates it.
Yeah. Well, what?
We know Ron hates it.
Ron
Actually,
hates a
no.
lot
He
of
just
stuff.
he just says it's fun.
But that's it.
And that's
There's
it.
no reward for it to him.
That's I don't know if he's going for the weapons or if he's
The
already
only
got the
time
weapon.
he takes anything into account for rewards is when it's either like a random drop entirely,
Right.
not like you specify what you get,
Right.
or something that is incredibly hard and gives you something that's incredibly worthwhile.
Like the Jotun.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
that's how Ron rolls.
you're okay. Okay, Ron is not here to defend that
It's
strategy.
right, though.
Okay. Personally, I enjoy the Menagerie. It has been.
I enjoy it.
It's been
I
a
just
lot
wish
of
I
fun.
could get the gauntlet more.
Well, then you've got the Chalice of Opulence. You know, you just gotta keep grinding for the right runes and go for it. Right.
How do you get the runes?
Randomly.
You get the runes through different public events. You get them through doing Gambit. you get
They're
them
random
through
drops
Crucible.
or the bounties.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've got a couple.
Yeah.
The
Probably
thing
what, exactly what you need, and I just don't know how the hell to do it. So
Right.
there you go.
but the thing that I've been enjoying the most has been, apart from the Menagerie itself, has been going for the treasure maps.
I enjoy that.
The little.
There was one part of IO I didn't know existed.
I know that's
The south, like the really.
yes, yes.
There's a Cade stash there that I still haven't collected.
And that's my point. That is my point. I have been enjoying for the past couple of days on stream. I basically did lore hunting. That's all I did. I just went lore hunting, and I forgot how much I enjoyed it.
Oh my God.
For one thing.
Oh my God! Are
yeah, I
you
know.
kidding me?
No, seriously. And what I
Shame we
really
finished
like
it
about
all.
it.
Weeks doing that, dude.
Yeah.
I loved that.
And the thing I've been digging about with lore hunting has been, I feel like I've been getting to know these maps a lot more intimately. I'd forgotten about certain sections of IO and things like that. That just I was like,
that's
oh,
'cause
I
you never
forgot
go
this.
to IO.
And it's just been a lot of fun.
There's so much to do there.
Yeah, and now the Season of Opulence is doing that as well. They put these treasure maps into your collections, and you're like, okay, let's go
How do you
go
get the
hunting.
treasure maps?
And how you get
Bounties.
after you get the treasure map is you get the bounties. You get the bounties from Werner, or Werner, or whichever way you want to
It's
pronounce
Werner.
it. But Werner. If you go German, it's Werner. But anyway,
No.
anyway, you get them from either Benedict or Werner, and then when you do that,
Sweeper bots.
and after you complete the bounty, then you go on ahead and you get the treasure map.
So one
And
of the
then
things
you
I
take
need
it
for
from
Wayfarer is I got to do 4 more heroic adventures on IO.
there you have it. There you have it.
So
But-
now I'm torn because I want the flashpoint to be IO, and I want it to be at Shattered Throne. If
Right.
God bless it. Tangle
mixed
Shore.
both of them
I
up.
can't get them backwards.
can we do the Shattered Throne on IO? Why not?
The Shattered Shore.
The Shattered Shore.
Tangled Throne.
Tangled Throne.
So now that's our touch base a little bit on.
That went a lot longer than we thought it was going to go.
We
Yeah.
did, but
Means
that's
we
the
get a lot
charm
of
of the
time
show.
because we've all been
Okay,
playing.
well,
Charm of the show.
we've got one more thing to talk about for Season of Opulence.
Okay.
It's the thing I'm most excited for, and
Which
it's
is?
in 2 days.
Which is Lumina.
A
Lumina.
rose by any other name, as
Yeah.
they called it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Because that's
Which
what
confirms
this
a lot.
game needs. Another hand cannon quest.
It does. And you know what? They heard our complaints about so many, so now they're building a new exotic sniper inside of a hand cannon.
Inside of a hand cannon.
Look, man, you make some friends, you tie some yarn.
There you go.
That's Scar.
But yeah, so the Lumina. What do we know about the Lumina right now?
It is an exotic hand cannon.
Yes.
It'll be found in the EDZ.
And that's all we know right now. That is all we know, chat.
And its quest better be better than the freaking truth.
Yeah, so I haven't
You
gone,
don't like the
I haven't
R-Truth?
even started the Truth Quest. So what is the problem with the Truth Quest?
Okay, so second week menagerie boss, right?
Right.
So you get the drop.
Right.
You talk to Petra.
Right.
And then you have to go find a treasure chest.
Right.
After that, you go find 4 more treasure chests.
Okay.
Which all have their own, like, you have to be ascendant to find most of them.
Okay.
On other planets.
Right.
So, like, on Nessus, you have to be ascendant on Nessus.
But wasn't there some sort of cheese where you could just go to Petra and buy the...
Well, now there is.
Oh.
I have it. I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah.
But then there's just a bunch of random objectives. One of which is complete 3 Nightfalls, get, I think, 40 kills with rocket launchers in them.
So this is a hardcore grind.
It's, well, 2 of them are really easy. I don't even remember what they are. I got them done the first day. And then the other one is while
I
ascendant.
love it when he gets worked up like this.
It's just stupid.
Okay, so then
So
explain to me. Hang on, this comes up. You said it was stupid. Now here's my question for you, young man. See, for me that sounds like a grind, and it sounds like a fun grind to go on. Versus the way I feel about the Black Armory, where it just feels tedious. So what was it about? What is it about the Truth Quest, this particular thing that is rubbing you the wrong way?
Okay, so they used, for the last step,
Right.
Warden of Nothing. That's it. You just do Warden of Nothing.
Okay.
And then, at the end, you jump behind it, and then do a little Ascendant jumping puzzle, and there's a chest.
Okay.
That's how you get it. That's the whole thing. They just reused that. They could have been way more, creative with it, but also just the steps you have to do are so out of the way and just in different
So to me,
random spots.
But that is no different than doing something like a Shattered Throne, or doing some of the challenges for the Shattered Throne. Like there's a piece of lore that is high up. I remember the first time I attempted to do it, it took me an hour and a half, and I still didn't get it because I blew it in the final steps with Infinity. It was when I was in with
That
Marvinsky.
panic jump I did last night.
Yeah.
I landed and hit the jump again. I'm like, I got to land again somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be.
I mean, and that was the thing, is that it was aggravating to me. But the thing was, the second time I did it with Marvinsky, it was like I made it to the top, and I burst out into tears. I kid you not. I started crying. I'm like, I did it, But again, to me, it's out of the way it was. I understood it as part of the quest.
Yeah.
So,
But there's lore tied to the forges too, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be why I would do them. Like if the true thing, if it's all those
The
weirdo
truth
things.
is a exotic power weapon. Tell me what the odds are that you're going to use that over any other exotic that's primary or secondary.
Quite a bit, because I'll tell you what, I've been waxed during my quest, during my rush for the Hush. I got waxed more by the Truth, and usually the minute a rocket is launched, you hear everybody in my fire team go, "He's got the Truth. He's got the Truth,"
because you can see it.
It's exotic heavy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Power?
it's
Okay.
exotic rocket launch.
I have
It's
an
a rocket
exotic
launcher.
heavy it's the Black Talon. That's what I was using a couple nights ago.
And that's a great weapon. That's a great weapon.
The
But
difference is
typically
you don't have to go on a quest for that one.
Well, typically my exotic's the ace.
That's true.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You're more likely to use an exotic kinetic or energy, or primary or secondary, than a Truth, let alone in PvE.
Right.
A rocket that tracks is PvP oriented.
That's
and
true.
it's not like the quest is like every step is PvE.
Okay.
So
And that's why I feel it's a PvP rocket. But all the steps are PvE.
Now that's
Okay.
smart.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Like
That
one of
makes
them is
sense.
be ascendant on Nessus and get rocket launcher kills.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. It's so random.
Did you finish the Nightfalls that you have to do? Because
No.
otherwise, okay. So then next week we're gonna 2-for-1 it, because if it's strange terrain,
Yeah.
then we're gonna
Hey,
do it.
remember, I'm over here if you need me. I'm more than okay with
Because
with
that's
running-
that's one of the things I need for Wayfarer.
Right.
Is I need 2. I think I'm the same as you. I need the 2.
Right.
Yeah, and then Osprey.
the Osprey, the 2 escalation protocol, which
That's all I need, though.
You ever notice escalation protocol? People are doing it all the time until you want to do it, and then nobody's there.
Yep.
It's a bit like the blind well. It's a bit like blind
Yep.
well. You know, you go in there, you go, oh, some people are going to join, and man, it was me and Jackie this morning in the blind well. And I'm like, where are the other guys that usually show up around this time?
They're at church,
Where
you
are those-
sinner.
Yeah. And on that note, let's go ahead and let's take a break. When we get back, we're going to talk about Shadowkeep, about all the changes coming down from Bungie. It's going to be an exciting
Moon's
September right after
New sponsor.
this break. And we're clear, and now we're just going to go on ahead and wrap a bit with all you guys.
We forgot our
Dudes,
story.
dudes.
Oh no,
Chat.
we can
Dudes
go
and
ahead.
dudettes.
We can go ahead and we can talk.
You
so,
guys need to hear a Brandon story from today.
okay.
Holy cow!
All right. So first off,
Yes.
that's
This is the
good.
part
Just
where
like-
we're not on. Doesn't
No.
get posted to the podcast.
This does not get posted on the podcast.
This is the
This is
green
just-
room behind the scenes.
Yep, behind the scenes stuff.
Which means I'm allowed to swear.
Yes. Get your coffee, everybody, or adult beverage of choice.
Yeah.
Trust me, you're going to want me to swear for this one.
Okay. So Shattered Throne.
Unicorn
Oh, it
pile.
was
behind the
not
scenes.
Shattered
Oh, it was
Throne.
not Shattered Throne. What was it?
No. Okay, so before we left our house to come record,
So
boy.
good. I walk in. I'm like, hey, we got to leave in 15 minutes. And he's like, okay, no problem. And as I'm talking to him, the Drifter's flipping the coin. But I know
Oh,
he's going
okay.
to go do some Gambit or
yeah.
Gambit Prime.
So it's
here
the
we
start
go.
of the match, right?
All right. Start of the match.
Okay, so halfway through the first round, I bank and grab power ammo because
Okay.
I figure I'm going to need it against the Primeval, right?
Of course.
And then, maybe 2 minutes, I see a message pop up. You know how PlayStation says this person added a player to one of your
Yeah.
message groups, right?
Yeah.
Then I see voice message. So
Okay.
we're in the middle of a match. I'm not
Okay.
stopping.
Voice message. This isn't even like someone typed this. This is a voice
Someone-
message.
Someone sent you a voice message on PSN.
One of my teammates sent me a voice
You guys
message.
know where this is going,
Oh,
Jet.
I do not like where this is going. Okay.
So before, like right before the round ends, we're doing damage to the Primeval, and then the enemy wins, and I just get a message again from the same guy that just says "stupid,"
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
and then we end up losing.
Right,
So
right.
that debacle. By the time
Nice
the game
save.
ends,
Nice save, kid.
yeah, I can say it right.
Go for it. Go
So,
for it.
all right. So, yes, chat. So,
I'm gonna read it exactly.
This is a transcript.
Yeah.
And therefore, my son is not in trouble for the language involved.
So the match ends.
Not,
Yeah.
Not
Yep,
trouble anyways.
and I see
Fuck it.
I see the enemies melted their Primeval, whatever.
right,
Then I
right.
get stupid fucking trash from the same guy.
To you.
To me.
To you.
Only me.
Oh, nice.
So I go back. I listen to the voice message.
And the voice message.
He is pissed.
Yes. Apparently.
He goes, "Don't pick up fucking power ammo if you're not gonna fucking invade.
Oh my
You
God.
fucking idiot."
Wow. Wow.
So my response, and the only thing I say in this entire conversation is, "You ever consider anger management?"
no.
High road.
Taking
That's not my favorite part. You left out my favorite part.
I know. There's more. There's more.
Oh, did he come back after that?
Well, so since he was typing while I said that, he was, "Don't take power ammo if you aren't invading, you fucking garbage can."
Wow. Wow, dude.
I have 46 years on the planet, never been called a garbage can. That is outstanding.
Well, the kind of insults you get.
No,
the kind
and
of
the
insults
worst part is next is, "Ever hear of playing the objective? Dumbass."
I want to know this guy's KDR. I want to know
So
this
do
guy's.
I.
Yeah, I want
He
to
got
know
12
this guy.
Guardian kills, so I'm not complaining. Like he
Okay, so
he
so-
held his own.
So he held his own. Okay, good
But
on him.
I'm sorry, buddy. If you can't see the reality of needing power ammo to DPS a Primeval,
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say that to him, but I figured it's not worth
in
That's not
all,
anything.
In
Don't-
all
yeah.
fairness, in
Don't feed the
all
trolls.
yeah, don't feed the trolls. But in all fairness, and this is actually this is the most Destiny talk I think we've had in the green room segment.
Yeah.
In all fairness, the when I was doing the rush for Hush and the last push for Dredgen, I was noticing that nobody was grabbing the power ammo.
Yeah,
I
'cause
would. I
it's-
mean, it would pop up. I would stand back from it, and the guy would just go on and invade. I'm like, all right, see you later.
By
and I
then,
just
they
pick it up.
either enemies dropped power,
Right,
or they'd wait for the Primeval.
right. So I was just.
So something tells me this guy doesn't have any heavy ammo finder.
apparently
equipped.
not, or he doesn't have the heavy ammo perk active, which could also
Exactly.
be an option.
Yeah.
Would also be an option. Wow.
We
Wow.
could dissect that, or we could just this guy's a fucking ass clown. I mean,
We should do
I vote
both.
for the latter. I vote for the latter because this
Yeah.
guy's not worth our time.
you took
He's
the
really
high
not worth our
road.
time.
The eagle does not hunt flies.
Right.
Right.
The only
Right.
thing I'm getting out of this is I hope we face him as a fire team, and I'm not using power ammo on him.
No. Do not. Just
Snipe, maybe.
snipe or hand cannon.
Even super at this point.
Teabag game is going to be epic.
I can't wait to get another message from him.
And by the way, good
See, I
evening,
would've
Unicorn.
blocked him.
Thank you for joining us.
Unicorns.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not blocking him simply so I can encounter him again.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Well then, who knows? Maybe with the you may not have RNGesus on your side, but you might have the matchmaking gods on your side.
yeah.
So there you go. So you have that to look forward to.
I don't
which
even care
is
that I
nice.
lost.
So as I said earlier, yes, today I broke the seal on Borderlands: The Handsome Collection. I can now say I get it.
Don't play pre-sequel. Don't play pre-sequel.
I've heard that the prequel is kind of. I've heard it's a bit of a dog's breakfast, and it's a little disappointing compared to Borderlands 2.
2 is the best.
Yeah.
It's the Assassin's Creed. What's the one in the middle that you hate?
Origins. Rogue.
Rogue. Yeah, it's the Assassin's
okay.
Creed Rogue. of
Origins was
Borderlands.
good because it set the franchise in a new direction.
Right,
It's just
right.
Rogue was Black Flag 2.
Oh, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as
Well-
a Templar, like
well-
there's no point in that.
Well, so basically, friend of the show, longtime friend, PC Herring, he is a massive Borderlands fan. I've heard
Rightfully
you
so.
rave about it. We heard the Vintage Moon rave about it.
One of my friends has 600 hours in it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And
Amateur.
I've been like, I don't want to invest. I do not want to put another game on my docket. I really just want to.
It's a party game is the thing. Like you have to play with a group.
Yeah. Yeah, I went solo for a while because a thunderstorm breezed through and I
Right.
lost Paul. So I was there. Well, I'm gonna at least finish the mission.
Yeah, but it's a leveling thing. Like you start the game as a team, you finish it as a team.
Yeah.
There's
And I did like that. I
Yeah.
liked the way you could buy and sell weapons. I liked the way.
and it's different too. The more players you have in your team, the harder the enemies are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul was telling me about that
Yeah.
too. It's a fascinating game.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure about the animation style of it though.
It's unique.
It's very
Style.
rotoscope.
Yeah.
and I get it.
but that's why people love it because it's such a
it's so different.
thing to set apart.
The you would love Borderlands. You would love Borderlands
Listen,
just
the-
for the wicked
I'll
sense
give
of
you
humor that it has.
The two characters you'll play are Salvador and Axton.
Okay, hold on. So here are the three games that I currently have made any progress on at all.
Yeah.
Destiny. Mm-hmm. And I have a question when we get back about Destiny. by the
Okay.
way. 2 hours in Fallout 4
Yep.
and
However long
Two
we
chapters
played
of Xenoblade.
Detroit. Oh, okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Oh, right.
Detroit I haven't finished yet either.
Yeah.
But
I
here's
don't
the
even
deal.
remember where we were on
Everything
that.
goes out the window once Cyberpunk drops. Like you
Oh,
won't
yeah.
talk. I won't talk to
Oh,
anybody
oh.
for a couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm
We'll
actually
be playing in the same room.
I'm actually
Right.
I was actually thinking that when Cyberpunk drops, it's going to be, you, me and Obi talking about Destiny and Nick chimes in, well, in Cyberpunk 2077.
No, that's,
That'll be both of us.
I have 4 bookshelves of the pen and paper game.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And you know that they're launching a
They're
Cyberpunk
relaunching
2077
yes.
tabletop game.
Tabletop game as
Right.
well. Right.
We will have to play that.
I'm
Remember,
curious
points and
about
drive,
it.
not motorcycle.
So the thing we always used to do is we would like get together on a Friday night
and do one-off campaigns, right?
with the goal of everybody dies by Saturday morning. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you do a heist and the getaway driver takes motorcycle instead of drive, it makes it very easy for you to kill everybody.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
You need to roll a 25 on a 27 die.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Could Ron DM something like that for us? Or has he ever DM'd a Cyberpunk 2077 game?
I can do it.
Oh, you could.
I know you can.
The only thing, the only hard thing about doing a Cyberpunk campaign is that, by design, like like in D&D, like all of a sudden, like the party splits up and there's this side quest over here, and this rogue has to go steal something.
Right.
By design, Cyberpunk is like that because the netrunners are the ones who go into the precursor to the internet.
Right.
And you have to make sure that they do all their skill checks and everything else. But meanwhile, the physical party is sitting. So that's the
You
only
have
difficulty
your-
of GMing.
You have your Spider-Man, and then you have your guy in the chair.
There we go.
I finally saw Homecoming.
Oh, you finally saw it.
We watched it today.
I watched it, the party thing that I was at.
Oh well, it was on again today. We watched
I know,
it again
I
today.
saw it.
And
Did you enjoy it?
It was great.
And always
It's the
be my
best
maybe.
John Hughes movie you've
yeah.
ever seen. That's that was. I leaned over to Pip and I said, "This is the best John Hughes movie I've seen in years." And Pip's like, "Oh yeah."
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's
good.
exactly what the director made them all watch.
Yeah,
Might
I
not
believe
tell
it. I believe it. It was an absolute blast. And I'm really looking forward to
Far From Home.
Far From Home. Far From Home is going to be a lot of fun, I think.
We're gonna have to sneak over and see it. Next
Yeah,
week.
yeah. Okay, so
Hopefully
so
I'll
Chet,
have
for those of
10,000
you,
kills on my Lumina by then.
We did.
Probably.
Brandon and I did go see The Dead Don't Die. And
how
then
was that? How was that?
Phenomenal.
You've
was
got
so
You
good.
gotta like that type of humor. It's like
Is it what we do in the shadows kind of humor? Very dry,
very dry.
Oh, I like that.
Very
Okay.
slow.
Very cool. I like that. I dig that.
I thought what we do in the shadows was great season 1.
Wasn't it a fantastic season 1?
And then the other thing
did you-
other thing we went to the theater to watch was John Wick 3.
Did you happen to catch when they had the so chat real quick? You are watching a Destiny podcast, but right now this is our backstage green room talk segment. We're gonna get back to this show in just a second, but I wanted to say, did you catch all the great Easter eggs in the Vampire High Council meeting?
Probably not all of them, but
Okay, well,
I like
first
the
off-
ones that they were naming. I got.
Yeah, first off the roll call. They had Kiefer. Kiefer couldn't make it. Wesley was able to be Skyped in, and he had the shitty.
But before
internet.
they were even before they even got there, for it to be
Dave Bautista.
Batista, and we got to see Stuber too because that one
I
looks
really
good.
want to see Stuber. Stuber looks like a riot.
What was your thoughts on yesterday?
Oh, did you see that?
No,
No, but what was your thoughts on seeing it?
I don't know. I
Because
like
it's either a hit or miss with whoever the ads are playing.
so
for.
I like Danny Boyle as a director because he did 28 Days Later among other things. He
Danny
did,
Boyle directed Slumdog Millionaire. I thought this was Slumdog Millionaire was the guy who directed.
Danny Boyle directed Yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh,
because
okay.
he also did.
Well, he did Sunshine, which I
Sunshine.
loved. I loved
It's
Sunshine.
another one of those weird ending, but
Yeah, but you know what? I was able to roll with that better than I could King Arthur. Okay. Sorry to bring that up, but it's true. I really I could watch Sunshine. I could watch Sunshine the second time, even with its weird ending.
You know, like the UFC roundtable.
No, I did not care for the UFC roundtable. No, I did not. I did
awful.
not. Yeah, bad movie. Bad
Okay.
movie, King Arthur.
Take
I'm
your
not
word for
like
it.
I mean I love the Beatles music. I just
I'm
I
worried.
think it seems like it's almost like a square peg kind of story forced
yeah,
into it.
no, that's what it.
And Kate
that's,
McKinnon's
that's
in it.
the
She's
two
always good,
different
too.
reactions. It's either that seems cool or
Well, my
I'm the
problem
head.
is
I know.
my problem is that I read more about it. I was like, wait a minute, how does this guy wake up and find out that there's no Beatles? And then when they said he was in a car accident and then he comes to after a coma, and I'm like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be one of these movies where we don't know if he's in the coma still or if he's dead or what have you. I was like, I hate those twists.
I do too.
and
I wanted to see what they do with it.
It's very Lost-esque,
Yeah.
and I don't dig that.
Are you saying Bruce Willis was dead the whole time?
I hate to break it to you, and we figured that out within the first 20 minutes of the film. I'm sorry, but
Dude, I
didn't really do it for
same
me.
thing. And I turned to Station. I go, and she goes, "What?" And I go, "Jacob's Ladder." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "Jacob's Ladder." Like, never mind. Like she totally forgot that movie.
Right,
and I'm like,
right.
it's the same premise, right? So
Yeah,
like, son of beach. Shit.
I'm done with that high concept of movie where
Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
M. Night
Sorry.
Shyamalan?
Yeah, something like that.
I tell you,
Shulman.
Midsummer though.
That looks no
looks trippy.
No, that looks way too trippy for me. That's got that's got a real Wicker Man, not the Nick Cage remake, but the original.
Yeah.
The original. It has that kind of vibe
Yep.
about it. And that was one of the scariest moments for me as a young Southern Christian boy, because I was dating a Wiccan at the time, and
When
she
they
burned
burned
it
him
up.
alive?
She invited all of her Wiccan friends over, and we all watched the Wicker Man together. I was the only Christian in the room, and I'm looking around, and I'm just like, if
Right.
you motherfuckers ask me to go to a barbecue, I'm going to be like, F off. And that became the running joke.
They burned the guy alive. At the
Yeah.
end.
I got it. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's from a 50-year-old movie.
What the hell, guys?
So here's what we'll do to make up for it. We'll do a triple header. We'll do Us from Jordan Peele,
Jeez.
and then Midsummer,
you guys are glad.
and then Hereditary,
no, man.
which
All right.
I know a lot of people who've seen it I know nobody who will see it again. That is across the board. That's everybody's like it's tough, but
Yeah.
I'll do it. I like.
All right.
What about
that's your jam, man. That's y'all's jam. You know, you do the horror.
what about the new
films.
Child's Play?
I'm in.
Hey, Mark. And now the main reason I want to even see the new Child's Play, Mark Hamill is the voice of Chucky,
Oh, is he?
and
Yeah.
you didn't know that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was out until we
As
went to the
opposed to
theater the
Steven
other
Dorff.
day.
Yeah. And honestly, I dig me some Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Whenever he's doing voice acting, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Dead Don't Die, not scary at all. By the way.
Well, I didn't think. I
It's all
figured
dry humor.
I figured it'd be like Zombieland, you know, which was hella fun.
This is what I've discovered. If Adam Driver's in anything, I'll watch it. Like I really
Yeah.
like this guy.
Oh,
Like,
did you see Logan Lucky?
Yes.
He is.
No, I saw. No, not all of it. I saw
You need to see all of Logan Lucky. I don't know who is funnier than
that one,
movie.
and I need to see Baby Driver also.
Um,
oh no, the other thing.
Baby Driver's
The other thing I
great.
saw that he's in is Black Klansman.
Oh, that's a
That's
fantastic, film.
really
really good
Spike
movie.
Lee deserves a lot.
And
of credit. It was really
but I
well
mean,
shot.
but no, Adam Driver. I don't know who is
Agent?
better, Adam Driver in
Logan Lucky.
Lucky or Daniel Craig. Because you hear Daniel Craig do this
You'll
hardcore.
see me naked.
Don't you be peeking now? And I'm like, this is James fucking Bond.
We have it as a drop-in from like episode like 17 or 18 or
Oh,
something
that's
like
great.
that. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see anything with Adam Driver.
Good times.
He's
Good
one.
times.
John Mulaney's another one.
Oh yeah.
All right. So okay, so chat,
And,
we are going to come
you
back
in
into the
town.
second half of the show. We're going to be talking about Shadowkeep. So have your questions at the ready. Sorry, I missed it. What was that?
This is the John Mulaney.
All right.
Do animals talk in your universe? I don't want to weird him out.
Yeah. Oh man, we did a rewatch of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, because
We watched it yesterday.
It's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys hadn't seen it?
No, we saw it in the theater. We
we
saw it
did.
in
Okay.
3D.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
It's great.
It's made for 3D.
Oh, it's
It is.
brilliant for 3D. Yeah, it's fantastic.
But yeah, watching it on the screen at the house room, like with the surround sound, and that's
yeah.
oh man,
Good times. Good times.
the Prowler theme is like okay, shatter
All right.
the windows.
All right, here we go. Okay, we're coming
We're
back.
never
in,
seeing the cats again.
Oh, all right, get ready, chat, because I'm going to ask you guys a question.
Here we go.
I have no trivia questions this week.
Nope, but we'll do it again another time. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2. And we are back with the second half of Happy Hour from the Tower. I'm T.
I'm Nick.
I'm Brandon.
And
I'm Ron.
Did you hit the record button? Are we back on?
yeah, we're back on.
Okay, just to make sure.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Thanks.
I don't want to lose.
I appreciate that.
I don't want to lose half the episode.
It's ain't my first rodeo.
Right? There's no on-air sign in here.
No,
son.
there is no on-air sign. I know. But anyway, so
There's on-air insulation.
there is that. Okay, Nick, you said you had a question concerning
For us or
Destiny.
Chet?
I don't
both.
know.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes,
well, there you
and I
have it.
want. We should make this. Has got to be a poll question. Like
Okay.
I don't know how you do Twitch polls.
Straw poll.
So yes, so last night was my first Shattered Throne. Tonight's my first time actually looking at the creator dashboard for Twitch. I've never
Okay.
seen it before, so
Very nice.
I don't know how to do polls and that stuff. So
It's
I'm going to read Twitch.
third
We'll
party.
get you
It's
there.
a
We'll
third
get you
party
there. Don't
thing.
worry about it.
Huh?
It's a third-party thing.
Oh.
Yeah. About as reliable as Blurp.
No, straw poll is actually a lot more reliable.
Okay.
So first things first, because we went half the show without talking about our good friends at Gnarly Nerd Clothing. Hello.
I was gonna get us in there. I was gonna get Gnarly Nerd in there. Don't worry.
Well,
I've got to make them. I've got to make. Well, by the time you're going to be hearing this, I've either made them a drop, or I'm still trying to figure out because I don't want to necessarily do the Hangry Gamer Gear guy again. That was fun.
No, this
but
is different.
I want to do something. I want to do something different for Gnarly
Right.
Nerd.
all right.
should
So
all
this
be
hat is
part of
from
that.
them. This hat is from Gnarly Nerd Clothing. It's.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my Gnarly Nerd clothing. It's
do you
on the
have
way.
a?
I do have a World's Okayest Streamer. I do have that T-shirt.
And it's
Do you-
about accurate.
Do you have a discount
Thank
code
you.
that your listeners can put in when they go to gnarlynerd.com and they want to save some money?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I can throw that up in the chat right now.
What is it?
Basically, it is simply Happy Hour.
Perfect.
You use
I was
that.
going to say, why not just say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can do
For our
that.
friends in the podcast who
Yeah.
Well,
won't be reading this chat.
The other thing too is that if you go and you go to gnarlynerd.com, you'll use Happy Hour at checkout. You will see 15% off your order.
Perfect.
So there you have it.
Okay.
And we're thrilled to have Gnarly Nerd on board.
Yes.
They're good people. They've been very, very nice to us, and they're very excited to work with us. So
I've
I'm
already
very
got
excited.
tank tops and hats and a hoodie for Brandon.
Got a
and
tank, I got a
leggings.
hoodie, and I got a tee. They're all heading
I'm
this
telling
way.
you, if we do like a simplistic design, it's a T-shirt, a vest, and a hoodie.
Yeah.
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 I've said it before.
Or
Fair enough.
come wintertime, it's a T-shirt, hockey jersey and a hood.
Wouldn't happy hour hockey jerseys would be awesome.
Yes.
We're still looking for that vendor. We'll still need to find that vendor. But anyway,
All right, so here we go.
here we go.
And
Oh, boy.
away we go. So we know that there might not actually be, based on the distribution model, based on the updates, and based on how new content is being rolled out, there may not actually be a Destiny 3,
Okay,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because
it's been rumored. It's been rumored.
this is the first
been rumored.
time Bungie, again, not so subtle, with the we're on our own now and showing Uldren burning down the throne room, that they have dared to call Destiny an MMO.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, here's my question. If you were going to move forward with that in the style of World of Warcraft, City of Heroes, Asheron's Call, all that other stuff, what would you call Destiny? Would you still call it Destiny 2? Because that doesn't sound right.
No. If they were to do I hesitate to use the word rebuild because they use that for between the jump from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And there was an adjustment phase. Let's be honest. There was an adjustment
About a
phase.
year.
About a year.
It took about a year.
Of Osiris.
And yeah, I mean, Forsaken got a lot of things back on track.
Yes.
Yep.
They really did. It really was. To be fair, and we've been saying this for
Because
a long
all
time.
of D1 was a dark feel.
The thing about D1. I mean, everyone likes to look back on D1 fondly, but they forget that first year.
Oh, yeah.
It was really rough around the edges.
But that's
You good over there? Do you
No,
want me to get you some
I don't know
water or
what that
something?
was.
Man, and you're a vocalist. You need to make sure that voice is good.
But that's what has become the release model for any of the big games right now. So
Yeah.
so
Launch at 70%.
the division.
Unless your Anthem, which you launch at 20%. I'm sorry. Whoa! Hey! Yikes!
Unleash the fury!
Was that my outside
so the
voice?
division
Wow.
wasn't
Here we go.
fully
Okay.
baked.
The first
Fallout
division.
76 wasn't fully baked.
Yeah.
That's just to keep up with the demand of games and what people are expecting.
but that's what we're seeing. Is it's
They're
launched at
expecting
less
more
than
content in the same amount of time.
right, which is not fair to the
developers. No, you're right.
I mean, there's a reason why there's been, it was 2012 when Borderlands 2 came out. It's now 2019, and now Borderlands 3 is coming.
Yeah, because they focused on making the game good instead
Right.
of making it come out.
Right.
Okay, so if that
but-
becomes the focus of whatever Destiny is, and keep in mind that an old destination is now going to be in the next release.
And it's haunted.
Yes, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
They can recall whatever they want to from D1. So
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
if it's not going to be like movie releases, you don't need sequel
So
names
long
to
as-
it.
yeah,
If it's just
but-
going to be a
well,
concurrent thing,
so-
what would you call it?
What I would say is, I mean, they could always go with what they did with Mass Effect. The third Mass Effect was Mass Effect. Oh, no, sorry, the fourth
Was
the fourth
Andromeda,
was
yeah.
called Mass Effect Andromeda.
Which
And
was also a 70% release.
yeah, it was depending on who you talk to. For some people it was 70%. For some people it was again 20%.
Yeah.
I mean, we're ruling
But-
out World of Destiny because WAD sounds awful. We wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we do not want to say, hey, does anybody want to play some WAD? It's
Yes,
like,
we're playing some WAD.
I mean, they could call it. They could do the whole Halo thing. And
You could call it
Destiny
Wadu.
Infinite. What?
Wadu.
Wadu.
World of Destiny Online?
Osiris.
Oh,
Man.
You're welcome. Shut up.
Okay. Here's my thing: is that if there's a third
hey,
incarnation of
successful
Destiny.
geek.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Adam? Good to see you. Less than a week to Guardian Con. I know. Well done, my friend. Enjoy it. You're
Sea
gonna
of
love
Thieves
it.
will be there.
Sea of
Enjoy.
Thieves- yes, the Sea of Thieves will be there. But what I was going to say was that so long as they don't dramatically change the way they did between D1 and D2, I mean, I feel like we've been getting more and more subtle changes as they've been coming. And if they want us to have more customization of characters as you see in MMOs,
Yeah.
then fine. But I would say don't do the. The problem was by the end of Rise of Iron, Destiny was a solid game.
Yeah.
You couldn't deny it. It was a solid game. And then they said we want to reinvent the wheel. It's like why?
Okay, so
you didn't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, so I'm not even talking about them doing that. I'm talking about them. Let's just say the platform as it exists today, with DLC every quarter.
Yeah.
Right.
Quarter.
Right.
But my question is how many when you talk to somebody at a GameStop or a convention or something, you don't go, "Do you play Destiny 2?" You go, "No, you play Destiny," and because that's still what everybody
you play
thinks.
Destiny.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would be curious if I was going to be the marketing manager and rebrand it as an MMO. Not change anything about like the content of the game, but just the market, like the brand of the game. What would you do?
I would call it something like, and I don't want to say like Halo, call it Destiny Infinite, but I would call it something like maybe Destiny Awaits. You could call it Destiny Universe, DU.
That's fine.
Something like that. I personally think though that if they just came up with something like Destiny the Future, Destiny, what have you, if they come up with a catchphrase for it, and I think the reason, the difference between a brand new Destiny versus something like Shadowkeep is that Shadowkeep is DLC, which means we know that the story is going to be limited.
Yeah.
It's going to be limited compared to a new Destiny chapter where it's going to be a lot long. Instead of grinding a couple of days in the story, you're going to be grinding for at least a week in the story.
I like Destiny Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Destiny Beyond would be kind of cool.
That's what Successful Geek suggested.
Oh, that's okay. Now you know what? Destiny Beyond.
Leader in the clubhouse so far.
I would. Yeah, there you go. I could see that. I could see something like that.
Stew on it for a while, chat. Think about it.
I think
Let us know online.
the difference there is it's D1 had what, 3 releases?
Yeah.
D1 had three major releases.
Yeah.
Three major releases.
And
yeah.
D2?
D2 has had 2 major releases.
2 yearly.
Yeah.
And then each chapter in between, which is making a big difference in content. So there's so much more to do.
Oh yeah,
I think
I totally
that
agree.
delivery schedule totally works for us.
Exactly.
Right.
But I just think that was my question. If they continue with that model, there's no need to do a D3.
Yeah.
Then my question was, what do you change the name to? That was all.
That's
But I would say
I get that.
Right. But I would also say that you can't compare a DLC like Shadowkeep to some DLC like Season of Opulence.
Yeah.
Or,
No, you're
or
right.
Season of the Drifter.
'Cause they're-
Joker's Wild, whatever we were calling it.
Yeah,
that
it's
week.
because for D2 they spent the amount of time building the game, right? For Osiris, they built that in the amount of time they had between launch.
Yeah.
And then that launch of Osiris.
Right.
And then they couldn't
Loss.
They couldn't have improved everything they had at that time right into Warmind. Because they didn't have enough time to build off of what they had. So they launched Warmind with what they had, and then they went Forsaken. Here's what you got, bye Cade. And then they knew what to do, and then Black Armory. But it's just they're listening, and it's just a matter of you can't compare.
If they do it's as seasons, right?
Yeah.
Where so every season is going to be a different theme.
Yep.
So basically every quarter, right? And then inside of that, you're going to get weekly new content.
Yeah.
Which I'm paying annual pass for that, right?
And I have no problem so long as the content has a sense of focus and it has a good direction. It's one of I know it's a weird. It's weird to bring it up, but that was one of the biggest problems I had with Fortnite with their different seasons.
They were
it felt
random.
Like it was content for content's sake.
Yeah.
It was just let's
It's
throw
just
this
so that there's more in it.
Yeah,
That's all they
let's
do.
just
Content
keep
to get
throwing
more
it-
money from
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's just throw more into the blender and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Versus, I felt like Black Armory had some neat concepts. It was
Them hitting the ground after Forsaken, and then
bouncing back.
pretty
hard.
It was
They
limping.
did not
It was
stick the
limping
landing.
forward.
Yeah, it
instead
was.
of hitting it running.
I mean, Forsaken was so good,
Mm-hmm.
and then we followed up with a Black Armory, and it's like,
Well, that's the
eh.
thing too, is because D1 didn't have season releases, right?
No.
They had a bunch of time between
Right.
releases,
So
which
they
is
could-
why each
right.
one of them is so differently iconic, except for, as before mentioned, House of Wolves.
Right.
It's just a matter of them hitting it right, or
Yeah.
it's listening, and you can't compare the two games because they're two completely different. Let alone now that Activision is gone, Bungie can
What?
take
I
it.
hadn't heard that.
Bungie can take it in their own direction.
The other thing that is also causes that drop off is Forsaken was tied to a character that we'd known for years.
And grow to love. And
Right.
grown to love.
And Black
he was the
Armory
face.
was like, who's this chick? And like,
Yeah.
it's got nothing to do with any of the other story or any of the characters.
Right.
It's just not tied in, right?
Yeah.
In that way, it's very much like
Because it was such a
Osiris. Like we know
tonal
Osiris is
shift.
tied into Ikura's history, but
We've never met the guy.
Brother Vance, like,
Right.
right? So, yeah. So it was. But then Warmind was it tied us back to the Siva and Cloven
Yeah.
Spray. So it was more of the not nostalgia factor, but closer from a story perspective.
And I think that's one of the things that's exciting about Shadowkeep, because with Shadowkeep, we've got this amazing return to the moon.
Let's
And
talk
then we've
about
got Eris
Shadowkeep.
Morn,
Yeah.
and we've got Eris Morn. We've got the return of Eris Morn. We've got a lot of things. Not just. It does feel like Destiny's going to be a new game
Yeah.
because of some of the things that we've got coming with Shadowkeep. Not just in the concepts that they're
Plus all the
that they're-
personalization stuff that's being added in Shadowkeep.
right,
Like modding any armor.
right. Yeah. So let's.
if there's not an emote in Shadowkeep for taking a rock off of a map, I'm gonna protest.
Maybe that's what the exclusive emote is.
Oh, if you buy the collector's edition,
Yeah.
that's what it is. You get to take the rock off the map.
there you go.
Or you
But-
get to like just toss it.
But I mean, the really cool thing though about Shadowkeep that everyone's talking about, which is going to be literally a game changer for Destiny, is
Literally.
is cross save.
Yes.
Not
Oh,
to
yeah.
be confused with cross play.
They're working
But
on it.
they're-
They said that is a step in the future.
Right.
Like, that's in the roadmap.
Yeah, and that would be fantastic to see.
Yeah.
But right now, this is the first big step towards that, which is cross save. Now, for those people who do not know what cross save is where you can basically take your character. And with it's Google Stadia, correct?
Yes.
And with Google Stadia, you can take your characters from the PS4 platform, and then you can go on ahead and work with those characters.
It's not specifically Stadia. It's just it's the same technology.
Right.
It's just you can take one character on a console and then put them on a
and then
different
put them on a different console
with
You
the
can-
same triumphs and
Yep.
unlocked like exclusives.
It's cross save across the board. So
Which
basically,
is, if you were playing this Tuesday or Thursday, why the servers went down on both
12
games
hours.
for 12 hours.
yeah. And it was and it's worthwhile. It's
Yeah.
worthwhile because now instead of having to max out your characters on the Xbox, then going and having a max out max out on I know there are people that have said, cross save is coming, and whenever you're set, we're gonna have this all done. We're gonna be ready, and they're just counting down the days.
Yeah.
I am still doing the pursuits and doing stuff on the PC mainly because I just want to get good at mouse and keyboard. I just want to start getting a little more. I'm practicing the skills and getting it done. But as soon as cross save comes, every one of my characters is going over to the PC. Every one of them. I will still play on the PS4, but I love playing on the PC.
PC, Stadia, Xbox, and PS4. That's it, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm still super intrigued by the Stadia model. I'm seeing how that
I'm
goes in the first
also
year.
very curious about the Stadia model as well. I want to see where Google's going with this. It's gonna be really fascinating.
The thing that makes me laugh is the controller that's specific for Stadia that has, in addition to the gameplay buttons, it's got one button which is start streaming on YouTube,
Yeah.
and one button I'm
drop
stuck.
your
Pull up a
controller.
tutorial on YouTube to tell me where to get out of being stuck. Like
Right.
there's a lot of different things that they've pitched with that, but. In addition to, I just did my Sparrow race, break my record, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of, or even a waiting room. So if you want to play with the streamer, there's a lot of cool stuff to it. But yeah, cross save is a good. I think one of the things that it solves is this huge problem that we've had for as long as the game's been around, which is, oh, you play Destiny 2, awesome. What do you play on? Xbox. Oh, God,
Yeah.
I play on PS4. So being able to, I'm sure you have to pay for licenses for both, but having an account that can span multiple platforms gives you more people to play with, and that's builds a community, and that
Right.
Right.
And that's what Bungie has been saying they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they feel like that now they can do that now that they're independent. But there is
They
more.
are?
Yeah. But there's more to Shadowkeep
Yes.
than just cross save. Although that seems to be the big point for a lot of people. But first off, Shadowkeep, where's it happening?
Moon's haunted.
Yep, that's what I was waiting for. That's exactly what
Moon's
I was
haunted.
waiting for.
You're welcome. Shut up.
All right, so basically we are going back to the moon. I am so stoked about
I am
this.
too.
So is Ron.
Yes, and Ron.
Yeah.
Well, that's where his girl is. He's got this thing for Eris Morn. God love him.
He's got a bad juju.
Yeah.
Eris Morn.
It's got a bad juju might be coming back.
It should be.
Yeah. But Nick, in your copious amount of notes, what have you found out about Shadowkeep, or what do you want to talk about specifically?
So the other thing that's happened in the same time as Shadowkeep is the new light.
Oh yeah, new light.
Yeah.
Yeah, new light. Now, Now, for those of you not familiar with New Light, what's really exciting about New Light is that this is a great way for new players to experience Destiny literally from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Now they did not remaster. Let's be clear about this. They did.
If they want to make it an independent
God,
MMO, that's
please.
that's what you do. You remaster just the patrol zones.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
For each planet, and then
But-
maybe the raids.
But what they did was that they basically took the first mission, the very first mission from
Which
from-
means
from
the cost,
Destiny.
the Kavaskov might come back.
Yeah,
and I really hope
yeah,
that's the case.
That would be nice. That would be nice. And then they remaster that so that you can go ahead and play that. And the minute you finish that first mission, you get an idea of what it was like.
Yeah.
That very first mission, and then you unlock everything.
Yeah.
And then you jump into the world of Destiny. And I'm very stoked about New Light, and they're giving away New Light for free, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, which is
another great
one.
which is another great way, another fantastic way of reaching out to new people.
Yeah, isn't it's like all of year 1, and then all of year 2, not counting Forsaken.
Right.
Except you can still do most of the Forsaken stuff except for the story.
Right.
Which is it.
Right.
That's all it is.
And yeah, so New Light is sort of the it's sort of the open invitation
Yeah.
that if you've been Destiny curious and you want to know,
Do it.
yeah,
Just play.
just play. I mean, it's the for all of the bumps and serious pitfalls that they've had along the way. I admire the fact that Bungie has been staying the course and pushing forward, and I think we've seen that since Forsaken. You know, we had Forsaken. Black Army was a bit of a hiccup. Gambit,
So was Joker's Wild.
well, Joker's Wild.
It was just very.
Well, if you didn't like Gambit,
Yeah.
you were not going to enjoy Season of the Drifter. But I enjoyed Season of the Drifter way more than I enjoyed Black Armory. But then you've got the Season of Opulence, which
Well, there was still storytelling in Joker's Wild.
fantastic storytelling.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved that mission about when you were listening to the tapes
Yeah.
and choosing an allegiance. I loved that.
I just hope they actually do something with it.
But then you got the Season of Opulence, and I've been really enjoying the Season of Opulence. And I'm now that I've gotten Cursebreaker out of the way, and I got Dredgen out of the way, and I got the Hush. I'm just going to go headlong into it, and I'm looking forward to that. But Nick, what about what else about Shadowkeep have you found out about? You want to share with chat and just talk about for the podcast?
So we're changing Eververse again
Yeah, thankfully.
in a massive way. I think probably the biggest change that
yeah.
they've had, right?
Right.
Which is universal ornaments, right? So the problem before was if you had something that you liked the look of, but you had a different piece of armor or weapon that you preferred the perks on, you had to choose between functional or fashion.
Yeah.
And now that's essentially gone. You can take the universal ornaments and put them on whatever appropriately perked piece of armor that you want to have.
And that kind of customization, I think, is going to be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be phenomenal.
It definitely gives it a more MMO feel.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have a feeling that they're going to start rolling it. I have a feeling that once the community embraces that, I feel like you're going to see that happen with weapons, and then eventually the characters themselves. Oh,
Maybe.
You don't,
I don't think
you
they're gonna, no, because the whole point of random rolls.
Oh, that's true.
Because
That's true.
that
I
was
didn't
one of
even
the
think about
big mistakes they made with the launch, was that everything was a set curated role.
That's true.
And then
That's true.
as soon as they brought back random rolls, it was the biggest deal.
that. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oops.
So the only thing I think that they're not gonna do, like mods on anything for, is weapons, but that's just because of random rolls.
That makes sense. No, it does make sense.
So you don't introduce another level of customization, make it easier to get to the broader community, and make it free all at the same time on accident.
That's
Happy New Year! Yeah, they definitely know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah. No, I totally agree that they're doing that. What else we got coming down the pike with we've got finishing moves. I wanted to talk a little bit about this finishing moves thing.
Yeah, you're underwhelmed.
I am extremely underwhelmed by the finishing moves.
That's because you're not a melee dude. Like for me, like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Like
fine.
if I'm in the middle, like it's basically it's like WWE finisher. Like if I'm already in the ring punching this guy and I can just do whatever.
It's
that's
been in
super-
a bunch of games, like so. Both.
But if you're
big
sniping
Bethesda
people, you're right. It
releases.
doesn't make sense. But if
Yeah.
you're in there, if you're in there going toe to toe,
Mom's never gonna see one in her life.
that's right.
Right.
But it's been in games like the two big Bethesda releases, Fallout and and Skyrim really, they have finishing moves, and it's just for the effect.
Okay.
It's to make everything look
It's another
fancy.
another degree of customization.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's just a matter of making things more personalized.
See, I feel like the personalization came out of the emotes. I've had people like Nova bomb me, and then they come up and they do the bow.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
I mean
fair.
that to me is a finishing move. To me, a finishing move.
But no,
is
that's not what a finishing move is supposed to be.
I know.
A finishing move is just an animation to end the enemy.
right. But at the same time, I like the fact that people were using the emotes as their finishing moves.
Right.
I mean, I really did enjoy the times where there'd be times in the Crucible where at the very end, you know, the team's got it. So what happens? You got two people going to the last control zone. One guy pulls out the popcorn emote. The other one pulls out the so you got detention. And, you know, and they're doing the sitting there. I mean, to me, that was a nice little pop at the end of it. You know, so I kind of dug that.
I'm not. Okay, so that's not what finishing moves are.
Well, fair enough. Okay, I see where you guys. Yeah,
I
know,
understand
I'm
what
being
you're
correct.
saying.
Yes.
It's just it's a matter of. I think
It's a matter of
they're
semantics.
probably going to be PVE only, is what I'm thinking, because that's the only practical use for them.
true.
Is
Yeah,
to look
true.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just a style. It's a
Yeah.
flair thing. It's
Yeah.
not a gameplay really. It's just
But it's fun.
to look cool. Yeah.
And it's
So-
fun. It's fun.
Yep. So the other thing is, as we touched on it, so we're going back to the moon, everybody, and we're going to see Eris Morn.
And it's haunted.
And then it's haunted, and it's haunted with new versions of
Old bosses.
bosses.
Yeah.
Atrion,
Yeah.
Gaul,
Atheon.
Atheon.
There's quite a few fan theories kicking around about exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
In the moon.
Right, and like I asked you guys on the version of this that we deleted, which was, if the darkness is on the moon, does that mean Rasputin sucks at his job? Like, again, not only did they get it in the in our galaxy,
Right.
we got right past
Okay,
it.
yeah, they got us next door,
Big,
right?
giant war mind.
And one of the other ones I heard was that the reason why the Guardians are seeing these ghosts is that they're being messed with the darkness.
It could be.
There's
no way
the ghosts
individually we are powerful than the dark, more powerful than the darkness.
Well, I mean, but the fan theory I heard was that the ghosts that we think we're killing on the moon over and over and over again are actually other Guardians. And it could be the darkness tempting, you know, because they've been talking about that, how
this is where they actually do something for the Allegiance quest. I
Right.
don't mean to interrupt, but that's what I'm saying.
Interrupt,
Like, yeah.
please interrupt.
Good theory.
Yeah, I mean, that the Allegiance quest for D3 is going to be, what side are you choosing? Are you going to be
Right.
a Guardian of the Light or a Guardian of the Dark?
Or even just year 4.
Or okay, year 4 then.
We discussed.
I know. We just discussed it. Whether it's year 4, whether it's D3, whether it's Destiny Beyond. I the more I'm thinking about Destiny Beyond, the more I'm digging that. Somebody's got to get that. Somebody's got to get that, Adam, to Bungie.
Go to the
Destiny-
Seattle Pride Parade.
There you go.
That's where they are right now.
Go to Guardian Con.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Guardian
Adam,
Con.
you'll see him at Guardian Con. Just
Yeah,
give
they'll
it to
actually
them.
be there. Yeah. So go ahead and pitch that, Adam. I know you. You will. I know you will. Okay, so let's go on in. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the podcast.
think
All right,
had
so let
something.
me just throw this out since we're mentioning
for it.
Guardian Con. So the Guardian Con charity marathon.
Yeah, the Guardian Con charity marathon for
Yes.
St. Jude's.
So Bungie did 4 hours. So much bread. And they raised $406,000 for St. Jude
Fantastic.
Children's Research Hospital. The total that the streamers all raised was $3.7 million.
I believe isn't that higher than they did last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
Considerably. Wow.
The
That's
other
amazing.
opportunity that you guys have, that we all have right now, through July 14th, is the Bungie Foundation is trying to raise $77,000 for a program which is iPads for Kids. So it's for kids who are in recovery in hospitals, and this is a way for them to do gaming and do all the the things that keep them relaxed and not stressing about being hurt. So. You could do it through the Bungie Foundation. You could do it through Bungie.net. You'll see it if you contribute $50 before July 14th. There is a System of Peace emblem, which is pretty.
It's a little heart.
It's the little heart, yeah.
Nice.
And yep. And so that's something available right now if you guys want to do something for a good cause.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yep.
Good on you. So in closing, what are we looking forward to the most? Actually, what are we driving for right now between now and Shadowkeep? What's the end game? What's the end game that we're all going for?
That's not good enough for me to tell. Okay.
No, what?
I thought you were gonna say what were we looking for most in Shadowkeep.
Well, what are you looking forward to most in
It's
Shadowkeep?
back and forth in the car earlier. It's just Moon's Haunted.
Moon's Haunted.
Moon's Haunted?
Right. Yeah, I
One-track minds, I guess.
I think it's really cool. I mean, we talked about some of the seasons and how they were hits or misses or whatever, but you don't get that fan theory if you don't have the Allegiance quest in the Season of the Drifter, right? So even if you didn't like the Drifter, it introduces a concept potentially about the darkness again, right? And then we don't know where Mara's doing.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that whole invitation to the Nine.
Yeah, there's so many loose ends,
right?
Which is why they need to keep going forward.
See, I don't think I don't consider them loose ends because I feel like that they had issues with storytelling the first year.
Okay,
they didn't get their storytelling.
Tell me.
Okay.
Where's Siva?
We're getting there.
Where's Uldren?
Well, we're getting there.
Where's Mara?
We're getting there.
Where's Drifter with his coin?
I'm telling you, we're getting there because, and this is where I was going with this. I feel like that yes, there are a lot of moving pieces right now, but it feels like Bungie has a direction for it versus
And you know what?
versus in the first year. Because again, I go back to season 1 of or year 1 of Destiny. That first year, it was like, this is a beautiful game, but what the F is going on with the storytelling? And with D2, you can say what you like, but the storytelling has been rock solid. Even as rough around the edges as Curse of Osiris was, there was still some pretty decent storytelling in there. But
how Warmind was 4 missions.
And Warmind should have been way longer because man, that was a compelling
But they had
story.
to come back from Osiris.
Right.
Because they took it the wrong direction.
And I think Warmind is going to play into Siva.
Hopefully.
And we've gotten that hint of Siva again with the Outbreak Perfected. I think we are going to find out Uldren's
Trevor's the next boss.
Trevor's the next boss we got to kill. And I mean, there are a lot. You're right. There are a lot of loose ends. But
and that's I hope Bungie's answer to all of those is we're getting there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
and I really believe the same way there were all these loose ends in there were loose ends in things like
Taken King.
No, I'm thinking of other media properties. Like for example, there were a lot of loose ends we had going into Avengers Endgame.
That's
and
true.
Man, did they stick that landing. Versus Game of Thrones, but that's for an entirely different podcast altogether. As far as I really believe we should put our trust in Bungie. They've got a great narrative team.
Yep.
I think they're going to do.
I mean, you want to wrap up the biggest loose end? Do you remember the end of Taken King?
Oh yeah,
Aerys took the sword.
I will not.
That's
fail
all
you.
we know.
And no. Then she says, "I will not fail you," and so yeah.
By the looks of it, she did.
I think that's
it.
Where I do.
I'm going for the garbage can title. That's my new move. Here we go.
Someone make that into an emote, please. Okay, everybody, we are going to wrap up this show, but thank you very much for joining us on the stream. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. We really do appreciate your support here. We are sponsored by Gnarly Nerd Clothing. Go ahead and check them out at gnarlynerd.com. And and remember, use Happy Hour at checkout to get 15% off your order. Remember, you can also reach out to us at 703-791-1701. We also are reachable via email at podcast@happyhourfromthetower.com. And remember, folks, that Happy Hour from the Tower is protected by a non-commercial, no derivative, share alike, United States 3.0, United States license. Find out more about that license at creativecommons.org. Next time we get back on this stream, though, we are going to have a full fire team of 4. We'll have Coach in, and we're going to make that happen. But until the next show, again, come and find us on online. You can find me every morning, 5 a.m. at Twitch, and these guys shake their heads and say, twitch.tv/The Tea Monster. Wake up your mornings with me. Thank you very much, everybody. And on behalf of Nick, on behalf of Brandon, on behalf of Coach, eyes up, Guardian. Time to give up the ghost. The first round's on us. it always does my heart good when I'm playing the theme, because I kind of sprung this theme on you guys. You guys didn't get a chance to listen to it until we actually did the first show, and we've been at this for over 2 years, and yet you guys are still just jamming away to the song, and I'm like, okay, that's good. It's a good theme. I think it's a good theme.
I mentioned, by the way, on Destiny 2 Shadowkeep Standard Edition pre-order, it says features, new missions and quests, new destination and dungeon.
Oh, thank God! A dungeon on the moon. A new dungeon on the moon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
New armor and gear to earn, an all-new raid, and season pass for Season of the Undying.
Ooh, Season of the Undying. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. That's very cool.
Yep.
Now,
Also,
I'm looking forward to it.
pre-purchase to also receive the Two-Tailed Fox exotic rocket launcher and an exclusive hive-themed ornament once Shadowkeep launches.
Ooh, nice.
So you
Nice,
just
nice,
get
nice.
the two-tailed fox?
Yeah.
But I already got the two-tailed fox. That's the thing.
Then you have to give it back.
I guess I did.
It gives you the ornament. Or it gives you another one.
So this is the post show. We just basically kick back, talk a bit more, and do that whole extra content that you only get when you tune in live, when you come in with us. Normally we are, and so for anyone new to stream, we are usually a fire team of 4. Obi was unable to make it today. We're gonna try to figure out what happened, because when we had him on last, he sounded fine. Then we lost the signal. Then he comes back on his phone.
Yeah.
And he sounded fantastic.
Yeah.
And he looked better. He looked better lit than of course being the mysterious man.
Right.
you
Witness
know,
protection.
Backlit, yeah, witness protection.
I've been playing Destiny since Tier 1.
You know?
Did you catch that there's only one version on Stadia?
What?
The deluxe edition is the only one.
Is it?
Yeah, the other two are not on Stadia.
Really? Well, that's interesting. Paul Herring is still without power. He lost the. I was like I said.
How'd he message you then?
With a text message. Look, you watch it, buddy.
Carrier
You watch
pigeon.
it. Carrier pigeon. Yeah, exactly. Now, yeah.
Smoke signals, except for it's the 21st century.
He was,
so vape signals.
He was. What was he doing? We were playing Borderlands today, and about 3:15. That was when the storm started rolling in, and then boom, he was his power was taken out. So, not a good day in Chicago, unfortunately. But yeah, I did. I had a pretty good week, but it was a little disappointing that I couldn't get Chronicler in time. But I didn't even think about it, because after Marasov was done, after Marasov disappeared, I'm like, well, then why do I want to go to these things anymore? I mean, I got treasure
And loot and lore.
Yeah, I got loot. Yeah, but I didn't really. I didn't.
loot's
I
not
didn't even
powerful.
think about getting lore. I didn't think about getting. I
Right.
didn't even think about the lore. I didn't even think about it.
How dare you, sir?
I know. How dare me?
I didn't think of lore.
I know.
That should
I know.
never. No one should ever say those words.
Okay, so I got a question for you. What has been your favorite piece of lore in this? Have you been reading all
Ghost
of the lore?
Community Theater.
I loved that. I laughed so damn hard when I
So
read
good.
that. Oh, speaking of lore,
Pulled pork.
I meant to.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Pulled pork is a really
I
good
meant to
one.
mention this. Thanks to your this is from Bungie.net. Thanks to your dedication to the stories the Destiny universe has to offer, you made our first volume of the Grimoire anthology a hit, and we see many of you asking when Volume 2 will be coming out. Starting next week, on July 2nd, you can start pre-ordering the Destiny Grimoire anthology, Volume 2, Fallen Kingdoms from the Bungie store. The book will ship in October.
Yep.
Did you say July 2nd?
July 2nd. Yes, my daughter's birthday.
And to tie.
Oh,
things-
look at this! Look at this emote.
Oh, the
Dude.
consult the archives.
Consult the archives. Oh my God!
Yep. And oh, by the way, you get a discount on that Volume 2 if you donate to the
Foundation.
iPads for Kids
Oh,
campaign.
nice.
Yep, which we've already done.
Oh, okay. Well,
Now
then
you'll have to fight me for the emblem.
You can have it.
I'm gonna have to. I'm guessing
You paid for it.
It's very
Oh,
kind.
and this was this
Maybe
whole
give it to
Bungie
Mom.
Foundation. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't found an emblem that she sticks to yet.
It's very hard for me not to
Change them.
No, the one that I've been that's I'm finding hard to give up is the one where you have your MP3 player and you just.
Oh, yeah. That's not what we're talking about.
That's an emote.
Which one are you talking about?
Emblems.
Emblems.
Oh, the emblem.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, that.
You're thinking
oh.
of Groovin.
I'm thinking the Groovin. Yeah.
Or whatever
I'm thinking
it's
of
called.
Groovin.
I haven't changed my emblem since I got the Saint 14 stuff.
I've been floating back and forth between my Last Wish emblem and my what was the other one?
I haven't changed
the
mine.
Gambit one.
Yeah, I haven't changed mine since Ludomaniacal, which is reset your infamy 3 times in a season.
That was your grind, man. That was your that's the last thing I got to do.
That's what I thought.
Thanks for randomly joining on Schaefer. I know I didn't actually thank you for it, but thank you.
Well, what was that?
His carry. No, what's the name of the thing you had to? The one triumph you had to do.
Protect the Runner.
Protect the
Protect the
runner.
Runner. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I think 10 at night. And
Yeah, I was looking around. I couldn't find anybody, and I'm like, well, he's in the clan. Schaefer's in the clan. We'll just join him.
He's in orbit.
Yeah.
He just joins. And then Schaefer comes back from the bathroom and then sends a party invite.
He goes, did I invite you guys?
No.
Nope.
No.
And then that's when I did my first Scourge. And got
yeah.
Protect the Runner.
Right.
Nicely done. Yeah. Again, the value of our we are very lucky
I know.
to be in current meta.
Especially with especially how quickly Notos replied to you.
I mean,
and then was no nonsense the whole time. He's like, here's how we're doing it.
Oh yeah,
And just-
But he was still so
Notos-
humorous about it.
so
It
funny.
was
no,
so
no,
good.
I've ran several raids with Notos. I mean,
This is awesome.
Notos.
Yeah, he was in my
Schaefer,
Scourge run.
Yeah, Dak, who was in chat earlier. I mean, yeah, he's in
Dak's
fact,
internet sucked last night. Otherwise, it would have been with him.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get.
Moral of the story: our clan rocks.
Yeah, we are very lucky. We have a very active clan.
That's right.
I saw one earlier that was the tag was 404 and their name was Clan Not Found.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
jeez, that's fantastic.
Yeah, if anybody in current meta needs a boat anchor, I'm happy to.
Oh, stop it, man!
Happy to
You
run
are
with you.
Way,
You were a
did
good
not, you did not give yourself enough
banner
credit.
shield last night.
You do
that
not give
banner
yourself-
shield was amazing.
It was.
I'm like, wait, I've had this power the whole time.
Yeah.
Son of a gun, that was great.
Hey, look, I feel the same way. I mean, I finally got my hunter up to snuff. Actually, now my hunter, after today, my hunter is the more powerful of my 3 characters. And I was running.
Change your main.
No, not
Please.
Spectral Blades. Blade Barrage.
Yeah.
And I was doing it, and I'm like, oh, I get this now. I get this. I so get this. You know,
Spin once.
spin once
and then throw the blades.
Yes, exactly. But no, I do. I feel the same way.
Oh yeah, it's like
But I mean-
the torpedo move for the Titan.
Yeah.
You got to jump first.
Thunder Crash.
You got to jump.
You didn't have
first.
to. It just launches you.
Yeah, but it's like a worm burner. If you're parallel to the ground. It's
Yeah,
just
pretty
true.
much.
True, yeah.
Pretty much.
Way better.
Whereas, it's funny. I saw Paul. I was helping Paul Fisher. He was running with me, getting lore and stuff, and I said, "So why did you pick Sentinel?" And it was the most honest answer. He just said, "I want to be Captain America."
There you go.
And it was that was it. I want to be Captain America, and I said, "God love you, man."
That's it.
And he's working through it. He's working through it.
He needs an I can do this all day emote.
Yeah. Oh, that's where you get up and you just go,
Right.
do this all day. Yeah, I know.
I know. America's ass.
Yeah, always America's ass.
Anytime I play Titan, I run Sentinel, but the one where it has the Word of Dawn, just for the wow factor of everyone around me.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Because no one runs Bubble.
That's true. That's true.
Who's expecting to see that?
We're
Which
Titans.
is I mean
Exactly. But who's expecting to see that?
Nobody.
But I miss that. I miss being. It's to me that Ward of Dawn is no different than the Well of Radiance.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I love the fact I remember in D1 always going, oh cool. When we were like in a pressure
now you
cooker,
have a Well of
and
Radiance.
then suddenly boom, you've got that dome. But then you get that, and that's the way I feel now whenever I see it. It's no different than when you see the when you see somebody in the middle of a blind well or a raid, and suddenly somebody goes funk, and it's like, oh hey, dude's running a Well of Radiance, fantastic.
That's we just
Notos last night with the Well of Radiance and the Luna factions.
Yeah.
We were unstoppable.
I know.
It's so
it's
good.
it's the beautiful thing about having a really active clan,
Yeah.
and his LFGs are legit.
Yeah.
I'm still trying though. I feel like I'm struggling, but it's more of a matter of scheduling. I've got to take Steve the Blind Gamer on a raid.
Put me on that.
Oh, you bet.
I wanna be on
Oh
that.
yeah, you bet. I think I've mentioned Leviathan, but Dan actually
I
said
told him on the way over. It's the 3 easiest:
Spire.
Spire, Eater, and Scourge.
But the funny thing is, Dan wants to take him on Last Wish. And I'm like, okay, Dan. I mean, this guy's blind, right? But I
Don't you have to
figured,
call out symbols on that one.
no, you don't call out symbols on that one. You call out symbols on Leviathan.
Well,
but-
I know that.
Yeah, but
I mean, don't you have to actually see the symbols?
oh, you're talking about in the puzzle room.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no.
I haven't done the last
Okay,
wish.
so in the last wish, you don't call out symbols or anything, but you have a puzzle room. But the thing is, you have people designated to do the puzzle,
Oh, okay.
and then you have at least one or two that do ad control. So
Steve and I will be ad control.
There you go. What? You look like you have something on your mind?
No.
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 All right.
No, we just found that out last night too, which was I'm not boss killer as much as I'm crowd control.
Oh, there you go. All right. So
You're good at what you do.
like we said, a man's
Very
got a
finite skill set.
You have a certain set of skills, like Liam Neeson.
Right.
You have a certain set of skills.
Stepping between construction beams and falling to my death. That's in there.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to get your guys'
You only
opinion on
fell
that.
like twice.
That's not bad, man. That is not bad at all.
No. Actually, we did way better with it, but it was very, very focused the first time around. Like, okay, and then when you get like halfway through, you're like, I don't have to make all these jumps. I Titan glide.
Yeah.
I can skip some of them.
And you see, that was the trick for me when because I kept doing it was a habit that I think I have finally broken.
One that you've had since D1.
Yep.
Yep.
Where I jump but look down at the same time.
No, I don't do that.
Can't do that.
And I can't. Yeah. But Marv said that. Marv said, T, instead of looking down, because I said to him, I said, but Marv, I want to see where I'm landing. He goes, just look in the direction you want to go and go there.
Right.
And then the second thing was, and this one I kind of noodled out for myself. I was like, wait a minute, why am I struggling against this jump? Let the jump do the work for me. So then I did the floaty McFloatface Warlock glide, and I'm like, okay, don't fight it, T. Just let the jump do its work.
Yeah.
And sure enough, boom. And I'm like, oh, I got this. Holy shit, I'm on the other side. You know,
So
I mean,
it's target fixation.
yeah.
It's the reason that like 8 out of every 10 people who wreck a motorcycle do it because of target fixation. Because you're looking like on a turn.
Yeah.
You're looking where you are instead of where you need to be, right? And so it's the same thing. Like the reason that I got through the construction beams the first time was you were walking backwards right in front of me, and I could just look at you and be like, okay, that's my bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
Help me on a
I knew
lot.
something was going to go wrong.
Yeah.
And then Notos died ahead of us, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, it can happen to anyone.
I know.
But there were
He was soloing ogres that whole time.
in the 2 times we went through it, there were 0 times that Brandon had to come out and grab my controller.
Yeah.
Then do the jump for me.
And you know what? That's what I'm saying. I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. I think you need to.
Well, he's definitely. I said it, which cursed us, but he's definitely improved since D1.
This is your first time dying. Whoop, there it goes the second time.
Hey, look, I know for a fact the first couple of times that I did, I hated that room. I hated that room with a passion. But now at least I'm like, okay, I've got this. I mean, it's just a matter of practice and just getting it in there. I will say though, the room I hate now the most is the one where you're slowed.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
you're chased by all the shadow thrall.
Bunny hop.
Bunny hop.
You just got a bunny hop, but man, I freaking hate that.
That's what I told these guys last. You'd appreciate this. I told them last night. I said running with 200s is hoppier than an IPA.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
But it's funny because you guys all complain about being slowed. For me, that's just normal.
Yeah. Okay, everybody.
Yeah,
just so
'cause
you
you
know,
just,
I
like, not
put a
move.
message in chat. I put a raid message in chat. Just going ahead and select that and copy it. We're going to go and raid a lovely young streamer. Her name is Meadow Fox, and she does harp music. And she is featured. She was gracious with her time and gave me a terrific interview for Twitch for Dummies. Now available in bookstores everywhere. Feel free to go on ahead and check that out.
I'd put it on the camera, but it's holding up the camera.
That's quite all right, man. But we're gonna go raid Meadows. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you all in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna get this episode out this time, I swear. In fact, we're also gonna do, because you guys have been so understanding, we're gonna do a special episode the following week where Brandon and I are talking with Steve on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
About
E3.
about E3. It was, let's just say it was an amazing time, to say the least. All right, so anyway,
He got.
yeah, he got to do a lot of cool stuff while he was out there. All right, everybody, we're gonna go raid Meadow. Thanks everybody. Take care. And until next time, We'll see you later.
Geek out.
Geek out.
Geek out. Peace.
I know we get to play Cyberpunk. You don't have to like. I know